What's up, fellas? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Dallas Mavericks. They have gotten off to a not great start to this season, and the reason why it's topical to talk about them today is because of the game yesterday involving the Chicago Bulls. Luka was incredible, and the Mavs were basically at no point in that game, and it's raised some question marks about the overall composition of the roster. Are they actually going to be any good? This is a team that I had high expectations for coming in the season, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. If you're new here, what's up? My name's Tucker. You can sub to the channel for consistent NBA content twice a day, every single day. It's a great place for that consistent NBA content if that's something that you're looking for. Leaving a like rating on the video is also super helpful as well. It doesn't take very long. It helps get the video out to more people on YouTube. And if you're interested in hanging out with me outside of these videos, there's a Linktree link down in the description that can lead you to every single social media that I have if you guys are interested in that. With those things said, let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. So as I said, this has not been an ideal start to the season for Dallas. I had higher expectations for this group. They haven't been awful. Like, they haven't been like the Heat and Raptors in the East level of really, really bad down at the bottom of the standings. They just haven't been great. And it's a little bit weird because really when you go and look at all the statistics and things like that, they're not a bad team. So why is their record so much lower than a lot of people, including myself, thought that it would be coming into the season? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, Luka has been really, really, really good, but maybe not quite MVP level good. And like, I don't fully have an explanation for why some of his issues are there, but I'm fully confident that he's going to be able to fix them. The one that everybody talks about, of course, is the three-point shooting stuff. Like, it's definitely a little bit down this year, but really on his career, he's not like an outstanding three-point shooting player because he takes a lot of difficult ones from a percentage standpoint. But that is a little bit down, and he needs to get to the free throw line a few more times. But other than that, if you compare this season to previous years, especially last year, everything is pretty much the same or better with the exception of the three-point percentage and getting to the line. It's not like he's turning the ball over a ton. It's not like he's struggling to score. There's just a few little efficiency issues in there. And if he can correct that, he'll be fine. And ultimately, if there's a player on this roster that I have no doubt about, it's Luka Doncic. And he's going to be completely fine. And I don't really pinpoint him as the guy that is, quote-unquote, the problem necessarily on this roster. Can he be better? Absolutely. Is it a problem right now? I'm not really sure that that's the biggest issue to focus on here. The next one, of course, is going to be the health of the roster. Kristaps Porzingis has only played a handful of games, and without him, this group just isn't complete. Like, there's a lot of Boban stuff without him out there. There's a lot of Dwight Powell at the 5 without him out there, and KP just gives them another offensive option, obviously from a spacing perspective, and just another talented offensive player on the floor, so Luka doesn't have to do quite literally everything when he's on the floor. And then defensively, he is a presence at the rim and at least relatively mobile as well. So we haven't really seen the Mavericks' full complement of options to this point. Now, that's not necessarily an excuse because there are a lot of teams around the league, whether it be because of physical health or otherwise, that have not had their full complement of players either for a lot of these games. So Dallas is definitely not an exception to that this season, but still, it is part of the reason why maybe they've gotten off to a bit of a slow start this season. And then last up, they've kind of flipped who they are as a team. It's actually really bizarre. So last year, they were first in offensive rating, and if I'm remembering this correctly, it was the highest offensive rating in league history, right? And they were 18th in defensive rating. This year, they're 18th in offensive rating and 3rd in defensive rating. So they basically completely flipped those two things. And on one hand, it's concerning that the offense has taken such a significant dip from what was a historic mark to now all the way down to 18th. But on the other hand, it's kind of a positive thing that they're so much better defensively as well. And you can look at the personnel in comparison to last year. They have a couple more competent defensive players on this roster than they did have last year, obviously flipping Seth Curry for Josh Richardson, a more defensive-minded player, not the shooter that Seth Curry is, but he's been good. He's been fine. He can guard a little bit. That's helped them have another kind of wing defender out there other than just having Dorian Finney-Smith try and guard literally everybody. And then they went out and got someone like James Johnson, who plays about 20 minutes a night, does some things out there as well, provides some toughness and some defense. So there are some personnel changes there that maybe have made them slightly worse on offense and a little bit better defensively, but it shouldn't be this much of a flip, right? But if I'm a Mavs fan, right, I'm honestly not all that worried as of today. Yes, the Luka stuff is a bit concerning. He should turn it around, but I would rather my team, if I'm the Mavs, start off the season this way and, you know, be better defensively than you would have thought they would be and be worse offensively than you would have thought they would be, because they have all the pieces of a really good offense, right? And so if they can figure out the defensive stuff, everything should level out, and they could be within the top 10 of both offensive and defensive rating here pretty quickly by the time we get midway through the season, which is a pretty big indicator of a team that is really, really good. So overall, I'm not necessarily concerned about the Mavericks, and if I was a Mavs fan, I wouldn't be either. There are some things that can get better: the health, the play of Luka, the defense, or excuse me, the offense as a whole. And even if there is a significant issue here that doesn't seem fixable, which I don't necessarily see on this roster in terms of them being like a top 5, top 6 team in the West this season, even if there is a problem though that arises that is just not fixable with their current personnel, they have plenty of options and flexibility to change this personnel or to go out and fix those things in 2021 free agency. So at the end of the day, I wasn't necessarily expecting the Mavs to be a title contender this year anyway, and they've been fine. They haven't been great, but it's not like they're at the bottom of the West or anything. I'm fully expecting them to turn it around through, as, good as Luka can be, and, just some improvement from them offensively over time. Because it is odd, like when you watch them, with the exception of, yesterday the defense was really rough, but overall when you watch them, it's not like they're bad, right? It's not like they look like a 500 team. They look better than that. And then when you look at their stats and you go through their basketball reference page and you're looking for the problem, like what is the issue here? You're going there and you're thinking, okay, they're probably not great defensively. Oh, they're third in defensive rating. Okay, well maybe the shot making is a little bit off. Overall as a team, they're shooting fine from the field and from the floor. Okay, well, maybe they're turning the ball over a ton. They're one of the best teams in the league at not turning the ball over. So overall, like, there aren't really a ton of issues with this group. I think it's just been a bit of a tough stretch to begin the season. It's been a weird season, as it has been for everybody. They've had a couple of tough games and a couple of games where players have just really gone off against them. And obviously that's their fault for not defending well enough. But ultimately, I don't think it's something to be hugely, hugely concerned about. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you think this is a problem? Do you think the Mavs are in trouble? Do you think Luka is potentially, plateaued as a player, or the three-point shot making isn't going to get any better? What do you think the biggest issue is with Dallas? And if you think that there is a big issue, how would you suggest that they fix it? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about this whole Mavericks situation. But with those things said, I thank you guys very much for watching. Once again, my name is Tucker, as I said in the beginning. If you missed any of my previous videos, you can check out the boxes on screen. And you can also, as I said, sub the channel for consistent NBA content twice a day, every day. And you can like the video as well. Like I said, it doesn't take too long. Helps to get out to more people on YouTube. Helps me and the channel out a ton. And you check me out at various socials at the bottom of the screen. There's a link to read down in the description below. With all those things said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope everybody's staying safe. And I will catch you guys in some future videos. I got some really cool stuff coming up over the next couple of days. We're going to be opening up that redraft series here pretty soon. We're going to be doing some more evergreen historical content as well. So be on the lookout for some different videos from me, as well as just the typical news stuff every single day. With those things said, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.